So when Ronnie Kray died in March 1995, I think it was Red Nose Day actually. After that, there was a kind of outcry, if you like, from the British public which lasted for 5.5 years. Free Reggie Kray. Let Reggie go. He's done his time. There's child killers and rapists and all been out before him, and I think by that time Reggie Kray had done, what was that, 68, 27 years, and I think it would have been fair for him to do 20 years easy. But yeah, the judge sentenced him to a recommendation of 30 years. So when Ronnie Kray died, as I said, the media started putting it in. People were wearing free Reggie Kray t-shirts. You started seeing a bit of an avalanche of books on the Krays and documentaries. And one guy who was very vocal in the media, and I would speak to anyone who would listen, was Mickey Duff, and he was saying the opposite. He was saying Reggie Kray should not be allowed out. Obviously the Krays were arrested May 68. Just before that time, his family, Mickey Duff's family, were moved to a safe house, and his children were watched, and that's another story. But certainly Mickey Duff had reason to be very, very vocal. Mad Frankie Fraser kind of made a comment, I think, about 99. Mickey Duff, he's a verbal bully. He's a bigot. What does he know? He shouldn't be doing this. He's from the East End himself, and all them kinds of things. But Mickey Duff, he was happy to make enemies like people made friends. He did not give a hoot, and he stood by that. And it must have been so satisfying for him when the Krays were arrested in 68. Then who arrested him? None other than Leonard Nipper Reid, who was, of course, very good friends with Mickey Duff. And even on the closing stages of the Krays trial, Mickey Duff went front row. He said Reggie mouthed the words "all right," and he said Ronnie looked at me like he wanted to kill me stone dead. And one of the prosecutions was a guy called David Hopkin. I think he was the guy who Ronnie Kray abused, calling him a great big fat slob. So he was on the British Boxing Board. So kind of Mickey Duff, he had all connections, if you like, and he was very vocal during the 90s. Reggie Kray's time was served, I suppose. 30 years would have been May 68. I'm just trying to. So Reggie Kray lived for another 20 months, I think. And maybe if he had have admitted his guilt, then he would have been let out. But of course, he showed no remorse, and had since admitted the killing in several books. So it's another story. He was let out. I think he had about 6-7 weeks to live. But Mickey Duff was very, very vocal and would speak to any press reporter or anyone who would listen that Reggie should not be free and rightfully should remain behind bars. Let us know your thoughts.